back to our first day when we were warmly greeted by our captain, sergeant, and RTTs. We stood in front of our vehicles looking more like a sea of penguins rather than recruit troopers. Everyone faced forward as we saw a group of Smokies slowly walking towards us. Standing there, I thought how awesome it was going to be to share this experience with all these people. Each and every one of us was there for a different reason, but our end goal was the same. We wanted to give back to this community that had given so much to us. And of course, under 100, Lieutenant Colonel, driving fast has kind of a cool perk too. So, I took one final glance around to see all the faces I would become familiar with and close with over the next 6 months, and I noticed that they were a little more alert than they were 30 seconds ago. And that's when the shark attack happened. I doubt any of us really remember who got yelled at first. Probably Baffert. But just imagine 45 recruits running in all directions. None of them the right way, of course. Notebooks and water bottles were dropping and on the ground. Our ties were flung behind us, looking like little capes from us scattering around the parking lot, making sure we were in line as fast as possible. I don't think that any of us were more unsure why we had such crazy things in our pockets like wallets and car keys. But I assure you, our RTTs made us fully aware of our oversight. Have you ever held a wallet up in the air for 10 minutes? Well, we have, and I can tell you this. Mitchell, you have excellent taste in accessories. Little did we know the fun had just begun. In the beginning, we were just a bunch of name tags, but perfectly in line name tags, might I add. We quickly became auditory experts, though, listening for the opening of the door lock to the staff door when Wells would scream, "On your feet!" And we'd all jump. It's like a giant game of the chairs are lava. Everyone would jump to attention as quick as they could. Week 2 brought us our now infamous instructor, Zach Altman. He had an uncanny ability to make you feel comfortable and make learning fun. From laws of arrest to search and seizures, we were all grateful to have such a wonderful teacher. Now, as the weeks and months went on, we grew close and the camaraderie became stronger. We were in this together, and we had to work as a team. From defensive tactics to firearms, we learned to trust one another, even if we didn't always get along. Part of the defensive tactics requirement is being sprayed with OC spray, which is basically what you get when you combine water with the plasma of the sun. Needless to say, the RTTs and half of the academy staff were there to see us bask in our own tears while we wandered around aimlessly looking for a jug of milk to pour on our eyes. The last 29 weeks have been some of the most challenging most of us have ever been through. We wouldn't have had it any other way, though. Our sergeant and RTTs pushed us harder than any of us thought we could be pushed. If it wasn't for their dedication to us, we wouldn't be here today. Captain Borges, Sergeant Norton, Trooper Dykeman, Sergeant Coughlin, Detective Hughes, and Trooper Wright, we can't thank you enough for all you've done for us. We are the troopers we are today, almost, because of how much you believed in us and wouldn't let us fail, no matter how many times we messed up. You always made sure we picked ourselves up and got back in the saddle, after a few sergeant's hills, of course. Looking back when we started and seeing how far we've grown is something we're all proud of. We've learned so much, not only about laws and tactics, but who we are and what we are capable of, and it's so much more than we ever could have imagined. It's this knowledge and confidence that makes every trooper the best of the best and the tip of the spear. This graduation is the culmination of a lot of hard work, and we're so proud of all that we have accomplished. Troopers might work solo, but we have the strongest brotherhood out there. It's that brotherhood and conviction in what we do that makes us proud to be an Arizona State Trooper. Thank you, everyone.